Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to Delgado's Tech Collab podcast. I'm your host, Blair Dotton Haley. I'm excited. Listen, y'all, I have been waiting for this one. I'm excited today to sit with the CEO, founder, creator of Buttery Spell. Now, if you don't know what that means, right? If it sounds like I'm trying to put a spell on you, let me tell you, this product, I don't even know what to call the magic. I mean, I had my own special concoction gifted to me. I don't even know what to call it, but we'll get to that. Welcome, Amanda Ratcliff, the founder and CEO of Buttery Spell, to the Delgado Tech Collab podcast. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you for being here. I'm so excited to share with our viewers the work that you are doing. And, you know, this month's podcasts are all about food. We're also going to have some other food folks on this month. And so I'm excited for you to share. I was on the website this morning looking at what I'm going to order next. I think I'm going to get some of the blue cheese gorgonzola for my husband.
Okay.
Some more, if possible, of that strawberry jalapeno mint that I had. Spectacular. So tell everybody what Buttery Spell is and how did you come up with this incredible idea?
Buttery Spell is, so we make gourmet peanut butters, gourmet compound butters, sweet and savory, and we do gourmet granola bars. It is nothing like any peanut butter you've ever tasted on any store shelf. It's just magical, and just the texture is creamy and delicious. And the savory butters are for you to cook with, the sweet butters are for your breakfast items, and the granola bars are not like the stuff you get in the stores. It is like, I can't even describe the taste. It's my own recipe that I created. It took me a couple months to create it, and it's just delicious. And that's it. It's like a magical world.
How did you embark? How did you create this magic? How did you get this idea to create this magical world? I need to bring me back to the kitchen the day that Buttery Spell was born. I gotta know. I've been waiting to know this.
So it started, I want to say like July of 2020 during COVID. I wasn't essential. I was at home. I worked at a tuxedo shop. I was at home just going stir crazy. And I had pecans and I had milk chocolate. So I was like, I want some milk chocolate pecan butter. So I figured out a way to mix it up, grind those peanuts up, and that's when it was born.
Wait, okay. See, no, seriously, and I'm to our viewing audience. This is not one of those situations where we rehearsed this, where I knew the story already, and I was just asking her for y'all. I had no idea, one, that Buttery Spell was this young, right?
3 years old in August, yep.
3 years old in August, almost happy birthday.
Yep.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Also, you know, so much was lost during the pandemic, and I don't want to minimize the amount of loss that was experienced, both of life and otherwise, but also so much was born.
Right.
And as someone who found myself creating lots as I was locked inside during that time, I just can appreciate the ingenuity. I mean, and you know, we talk about how we created our show to create community, not only for folks outside, but for ourselves. And it sounds like you ended up creating something that we all can benefit from as you were creating something in the midst of the pandemic just for yourself. So you make that first and you eat. So do you eat it and now you're like, okay, so now there's got to be a business? Or how did? Come on, let's go.
Hobby. And I was on the phone with my friends who live in Baton Rouge, and he was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm making pecan milk." I had like a lot of pecans. I knew how to make pecan milk. So I'm like, I'll make some pecan milk.
Where did you get all these pecans? I'm just kidding. You just keep pecans
like as a snack. Yeah, I eat them as a snack. I've been eating them for years. Okay. So he was like, he told his coworkers in his office, he was like, oh, I want some fresh nut milk, pecan milk. I'm like, this is not a business. This is how to keep me sane during this pandemic. And he took orders that I told him not to take. And then somebody put it in Where Black Nola Eats.
Oh, shout out to Jalen's Isles.
Jalen's, yeah.
So I did it again. Jalen's. I'm sorry. Shout out to Jalen's Isles.
That may not be how you say her name. That's how I say her name. I don't know.
No, it's Jalen.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I got it wrong. We met her recently at the New Orleans Black Film Festival. The founder of the New Orleans Black Film Festival, Guion Francisco Smith, on the Delgado Tech Collab podcast. And so I got to meet her. I'm actually going to invite her on here to talk about the genesis of and the work that she's doing with Black. So if you're watching this, get ready because I'm coming for you too. Please. No, okay, so you're getting orders taken that you didn't ask for. I love this story.
Right. So I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta get a logo, I gotta register with the state, I gotta get insurance, I gotta do all these legal things before I start selling something, and people are like looking at me crazy. So I did all the things that I need to do legally, and then so the birth date is August 17th of 2020. And then I had my first month was like 50 orders a week. It was ridiculous. I don't know how and that's at least, that's what I'm saying. It was at least 50 because I was doing deliveries at the time and I had to bring people on to help me. And it was just insanity. And the insanity has just grown into 3 years of insanity. It's beautiful. though. It's beautiful.
That sounds like entrepreneurship 101, 201, 301.
Right.
Insanity. How has technology, during the pandemic, we all relied and began to rely more heavily on technology.
Right.
To function, right? And I often say on here, the intersection of technology and the hustle can often be boundless for people's lives. Talk to me about how technology in your work has both helped you start it, but has helped it grow.
So initially, within the first initial craziness, before it was a legal business, I had to get a website because it was dysfunctional, just taking orders by DM or taking orders by phone. So I was like, I gotta lock down this website, and the website helped me organize my thoughts, organize the orders, organize myself. So on top of the website, and then Facebook, I've reached a large audience on Facebook and Instagram. So that's been the driving force. Now it's more word of mouth because I'm known a little bit. I say a little bit, they say a lot. I don't know.
Not a little. I was about to correct you, but I'm glad you did. Continue.
I'm known. So now we do more farmers markets and festivals. I don't want to be bound to the house and bound to just working. So the technology of it all, people say, oh, I follow you on social media. I've been following you since the beginning. Oh my God, so glad to meet you. I'm like, oh my God, it's too much. But that's where we are with this. So yeah.
I mean, one of the beautiful things I believe about social media, because it can be a place that can be, it has its downs,
right.
Sure. But the ability to connect with people that you have never met all over the planet, and to be able to exchange ideas, to be able to exchange products, to be able to just connect in all of the ways, the possibilities that it allows and it affords us are beyond my imagination. I mean, I grew up at a time where, I was already grown when Facebook became a thing. So I can remember a time where, in order to do some of the things that we do now, we needed a lot more infrastructure. We needed a lot more in order to reach and communicate. And so I'm sure you're grateful, as I am.
Yes.
And that's how we found each other.
Right.
Part of how we found each other. It's part of how we found each other. So you mentioned festivals.
Mm-hmm.
It is festival season in our beloved city of New Orleans. Tell me, one, what festivals do you look forward to every year? Are there certain ones that you've been looking forward to since you were young? And then you got to tell people where you will be selling Buttery Spell during this season.
Well, as far as New Orleans goes, my favorite one is the French Quarter Fest. I'm not in any of the New Orleans festivals just yet. I'm trying to get into Essence Fest and like their marketplace where like the newer businesses can display their business. I'm trying to get into that. I'm trying to get the information for that. But I do festivals in Houma and Thibodeau mainly because I have a big following out there. So that's where it is. But my favorite festival of all time is the French Quarter Fest.
Yeah, French Quarter Fest. So yeah. Okay. Because listen, y'all, if you're in New Orleans and watching this, it's worth the ride out to Houma or Thibodeau if you have to. Don't you want to go meet? Tell folks where they can find you in person, and then tell folks how they can reach you, your website, social media, all of the ways to stay both connected and to support the work that you're doing.
So to find me is to go to Instagram or Facebook, Buttery Spell. I list where I'm going to be every week. We're in like 5 or 6 markets every week. We list like the schedule of the week. You can order online, come pick it up. I may or may not be there. More likely I will be. You can meet me. I give hugs, so it's okay. We have a new location. It's not a storefront just yet, but we'll be offering pickups there from time to time. ButterySpell.com is the website. It's Buttery Spell on all social media platforms.
And that's it's spelled just like it's ButterysPell, everybody.
Buttery Spell, yes.
All the way through, yes.
Yes.
Well, listen, I gotta ask you before you go. I guess I'll make this 2-part question.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite? Or do you have one that you always recommend to people, that when you're like, oh, if you want to try it, it's this one. I'm gonna set you on fire with this one.
If it's a savory butter, everybody loves. My favorite, my go-to is the Made in NOLA, because clearly I'm made in NOLA. So it's like a homage to the city that I love so much, and it's my favorite. Like when I first created, I put my all into it. Like this, it has like a little spice to it, but it's super flavorful. It's really good, and it just reminds you of like the good food that we eat here. If you're doing savory butter, do it for corn praline, because we are known for our pralines. Doesn't have pralines in it, but the flavor that I profiled in it, it tastes like it does. If you're gonna get a peanut butter, get a butterscotch white chocolate. It'll knock your socks off.
Butterscotch white chocolate. I saw that. Yeah, I have a list, and that one is on. So that one and Made in NOLA actually are on it. On it. So good, great. Listen, I am so both grateful for the work that you are doing, proud of your success, but happy to see good people succeed. Thank you for your ingenuity that has created this magical world of, this magical sweet and savory world as people under your Buttery Spell. We're grateful for it. And if you have not tasted the magic of Amanda Ratcliff, y'all, go to ButterySpell.com, follow Buttery Spell on all social media platforms, but more importantly, shop and get you some. Get you some. Amanda, thank you so much for spending this time with me today on the Delgado Tech Collab podcast. Folks out there, remember, Delgado is offering all manner of IT and cybersecurity enrichment certifications and licenses and classes. Go to dcc.edu/go/IT to find out all of the possibilities. Who knows what might be waiting around the corner for you? I'm your host, Blair Dotton Haley. Amanda, what do you want to leave with the people today?
I don't know. Just shop Buttery Spell, because that's putting my heart and soul into it. So I need y'all to enjoy what I'm working hard on.
That's right. That's it, y'all. Thank you all. Have a good one, and I will see you all next time.